You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the June 29th, 2023 special meeting of the LaPorte County Election Board. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Okay. Good evening. I am Heather Stevens, LaPorte County Clerk. This is meeting number 1 of the vote center meetings required by the state in order for LaPorte County to move from a precinct-based county to a vote center county. I guess I'm going to start by, I would have started by opening up the floor for comments, concerns, things like that. I've seen a little bit of grumbles on social media, and yet I don't see anybody here to ask questions or to state their concerns. So I'm going to start by reading the letter that's going into the vote center pack from me. And that letter states, citizens of LaPorte County, vote centers have been a reality in Indiana elections for well over a decade. However, it was not until last year that LaPorte County was able to secure the equipment needed to make that transition. The pros and cons have been weighed out by election officials, party leaders, poll workers, and most importantly, voters. We believe that this is the right time with the right leadership for LaPorte County to make the change to vote centers. The move to vote centers will provide LaPorte County voters with the same consistency that they have come to enjoy during the early voting periods of elections. Voters will be able to visit any of the polling locations on election day, giving voters much more access and convenience than traditional precinct-based voting allows. Many have spent their time and energy to assist in making this change as successful as possible. I am proud of the work that everyone has put in. I am especially proud of the nonpartisan manner in which everyone involved has displayed. It has been refreshing to see so many people from different parties aiming to achieve the same goal of making voting easier and more convenient for the voters of LaPorte County. Sincerely, Heather Stevens, LaPorte County Circuit Court Clerk. So when we state that it's going to be more convenient, basically what we're saying is, let me explain the precinct-based voting. That means that you can only vote at the polling location that is within the precinct that you live. And for some, that is very inconvenient. A vote center county will allow us to open it up so that any voter can vote at any vote center county, at any vote center location within the county. We do have a map that Taylor has over here. What we've done is we're required to have a total of eight vote centers in all of LaPorte County. We are putting 8 just within Michigan City. We're gonna have a total of 38 throughout the county. And it's very simple. If you've ever gone to early voting and taken advantage of that, that is essentially a vote center. You walk in, you check in, every single ballot is on those voting machines, and that's exactly what this is going to be. So we do have the support of both party chairs, Republican and Democrat. I've had a meeting with the two of them that was probably one of the more enjoyable meetings that I've had this year. We also had an informal committee taking a look and putting this plan together. They were wonderful, and again, it was a mix of Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, Independent. This is not party-based. This is going to, I believe, it will increase voter turnout. It's going to save us money. It's going to be much, much, much more convenient. The part of the reason for these meetings is to get that feedback. If you feel that we have too many vote centers, we want to hear that. If you feel that we have an area that doesn't have enough vote centers, please let us know. The locations can be changed by the county election board, so that is also something to take into consideration. I should go through this because I feel like I'm forgetting things. The plan itself is available at the clerk's office at the LaPorte Courthouse for anybody who would like to see it. It can also be requested by email. And to receive that, you would simply call 219-326-6808, and you're going to want to talk to Taylor. Taylor's extension is 2471. I'm sure she'll be happy to send you a copy. So we already have so many ways to vote. We have our early voting in person. For the municipal election primary, we had 2 early voting locations, and then we used our mobile unit. I'm guessing it's going to be the same thing in the fall. However, next year we will have probably 4 early voting locations plus the mobile unit. You can vote absentee by mail if you qualify for that. We have a travel board who, if you are homebound, you cannot get out, our travel board will come to you if you qualify. And then we will have any vote center on election day. If you're not familiar with travel board, that literally it is a bipartisan team of 2 that will bring a voting machine to your home so that you can vote. Our voting equipment, so none of this would have been possible had we not received the grant that had the electronic poll books last year. That was definitely a game changer for LaPorte County. Our machines are the very same things that we've been voting on. Nothing's changed there. And let me state again that our voting machines are not connected to the internet. So I keep hearing it and I keep correcting it. Our voting machines are not connected to the internet. We still use microvote. Nothing's changed there. You still need your ID when you appear to vote. Nothing's changed there. The biggest change that you're going to see with vote centers is, again, the convenience. It will be fewer poll workers. We've had locations in the past where we might have 15, 20 poll workers. That's not necessary. And because of that, I mean, poll workers are hard to find. That's a big commitment for the day. We have increased the pay, and we've reduced the number of workers that we need by making the move to the vote centers. We will also keep a list of reserve poll workers who will go through the training. And that way, if somebody is sick, they wake up on election day, they're not feeling so hot, we have a backup, and they'll be ready to go. The vote center plan also includes a vote center sample layout, and again, it's basic. It's just your basic what your polling location has looked like. It's just a little diagram. I've been to the county election board where we received a unanimous vote there. So that resolution has passed. I was at the county council meeting on Monday night. That was unanimous. After the 2 public meetings and going to the commissioners, that will finalize. However, I did opt to do more than the 2 public meetings. We have this one tonight. We have one July 20th at 6 p.m. at Michigan City's City Hall. And then we have another one right here at the county complex on August 3rd, and that is at 6 p.m. I got to tell you, Rick Federici has been amazing. He's done an interview. He's asked, he's letting me come on there to talk about vote centers. Stan Maddox, I said, hey, I need to talk about vote centers. He said, come on to Sound Off. So I'll be there July 17th. I am going to Michigan City's next city council meeting. I'm hoping it's not going to be the same date and time as LaPorte, because I'd like to go to theirs too. But pretty much anywhere that I can go, anybody that'll listen to me, we need to talk about this. The thing I really want to avoid is next year hearing, oh, I didn't know anything about this. We are also required, we're going to send a postcard to every voter. This gets us out of the schools in Michigan City. They don't want us there. We don't want to be there. So this is how we get out of there. We really didn't adjust anything out in the county. I think there was 1 or 2 that were fairly close to other polling locations. So we're kind of on the fence about whether or not we need those. But this is going to take a couple of years. I think we should let it ride. Let's let everybody get used to this, and then we're going to see where people are voting and where they're not. And at that point, if we need to reduce the number, we can do that. But I don't see a need to to knock it down to 20 vote centers. We're too big. We do have, we also, one of the requirements in this was an emergency response plan, should anything ever happen. And just know that the county election board will we're going to work with our sheriff's department, our emergency services, our commissioners. We're going to work with everybody. So that is all in there. Also in that plan, if you'd like to pick one up or request it by email, is the map. It's a little hard to read because it's in black and white, because I don't have a color printer in the office. What else do we have? And we have a county precinct key. So again, even though we have the 92 precincts, I think that 38 vote centers is going to take care of LaPorte County quite well. Any questions from either of you?
No. No questions at this time.
Okay. All right. Well, if you have questions, if you have concerns, like I said, I know that Alco is kind enough to be here and they're airing this. And so if you do have questions, if you do have concerns, contact me at work. Again, 326-6808. You can start with Taylor at extension 2471, just because I am not usually sitting at that desk. If you need my email address, she'll be happy to provide that. Just get a hold of us. We're here to do this with everybody. We're not here to push it on everybody. So with that said, I think we're finished.
Public hearing closed?
Public hearing is closed.